Well, hi there, folks. I'm Doc Miles of Doc's Miles Photo Tours. When you shoot the Milky Way and you look in the back of your camera, sometimes it looks too dark and it doesn't look like what you wanted it to. Today I'm going to show you how to put your Milky Way shots into Lightroom Classic CC and bring them out, bring them alive, and make them pop. Okay, so let's jump right in here. I've got a picture of the Milky Way at the Rhyolite Ghost Town outside of Beatty, Nevada, near Death Valley. And this is what you're going to see in the back of your camera, and when you get it into Lightroom, you can't really see the Milky Way. So with the latest advance in Lightroom 7.3, the auto button does a really nice job of comparing your photograph to tens of thousands of other photographs and giving you the best tonal range. So I'm going to start there, try to save some time and fiddling around with all these sliders, and I'm just going to pop the auto button. And as you can see, it really does a nice job of opening up the sky and showing me where the Milky Way is. And however, it did bring out the fact that there was some ambient light on this building, and part of this sky is very, very green. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take and drop this down a lot and make the sky a lot less green, and bring it up here a little bit more to the magenta side of things, not that much, but and then because it's so bright and so blue right now, I'm going to drop the blacks down, bring the blacks back into the sky, and maybe bring my highlights down a little bit and increase the contrast. That will darken up the sky and give me some good definition there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of magenta in there. Now we've gotten rid of a lot of that awful yellow. So the next step, I would take a brush, and to reset all the brushes, you just double click the effects button right here, and then I'm going to up the exposure maybe about 3/4 of a stop, so up to about 75%, and my highlights a little bit, and my clarity. Then I'm going with a wide brush at 100% flow, and I'm just going to very gently expose the Milky Way a little bit brighter than the rest of the stars. You can see here, I'm going to come down here and just pop it a little bit more, just so it stands out a little bit, which, you know, the Milky Way does stand out from the rest of the stars in the sky. Okay, so now you can see that. That's pretty good. So I'm going to close my brush, and now I'm going to deal with this building. The building is too bright, and it's really still way too yellow. So a new brush, reset everything. I'm going to drop the saturation down considerably, almost 75%. And I'm going to bring the temperature down about -22, and the exposure almost a full stop. Let's say 3/4 of a stop, somewhere like that. And then I'm not going to do a real detailed job because we've already achieved what we needed to in the sky. I'm going to just show you that I would go in here and I would brush this building and bring it back to the kind of the concrete old look that it had. It had a fairly old, weathered, beat up look. Like I said, I would normally go into Photoshop and make a selection out of this building and change the blend modes, but I didn't want to do anything in Photoshop for this tutorial, simply because I wanted to show you that you could get everything done in Lightroom. Oops, made a little mistake there. Get rid of that. Anyway, you get the idea. And like, you can spend a lot more time on it than I have. But there's a little green here. And then I'm holding down the Option key to get rid of that stroke that I put in there. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. The only other thing I'd do is I'd crop out that little piece of rock sticking up from the bottom, like that. And there you have it. So here's the before. what you got out of the camera, and there's the after, and just a few keystrokes, a good couple brush applications, and that took less than 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Stock Miles Photo Tours and Luke Brothers Photo Adventures. Thanks very much for tuning in. Appreciate it.